start. Um, so she is my buddy, and you can see in the left-hand side, she will help me to co-host this presentation today. Oops, I forgot to strip the first pages. So I just want to talk about the vibe coding revolutions, how it from the chaos now become the work of the years. So if you remember in 2025, Andrej Karpathy have mentioned about a terms called the vibe coding.
That's interesting because the term web coding you mentioned actually connects to what we now call vibe coding. In 2025, Andrej Karpathy coined the term vibe coding to describe the shift from AI assisted coding to AI driven coding based on human vibes, which is quite a revolution from the chaos you're referring to.
Yes, this is why I want to mention about case. You mentioned about credit grades. What I want to mention about the chaos is because, um, on one hand, the professional programmer developers they understand the drawback or problem, so they are treating vibe coding is an AI assistant programming. But on the other hand, people who don't understand programming, they believe that vibe coding can just write a little one sentence, generate the entire architecture. But that's really dangerous opinions. So if you see, it can.
That's an interesting perspective on the divide between professional developers and non coders. It's worth noting that this tension reflects broader debates in the tech community about the role of AI in coding. Professionals often focus on the precision and control that comes with understanding every line of code, while others are more willing to trust AI's ability to generate functional code quickly, even if it's not fully understood.
I think this kind of trade-off. So they understand the programmer understand even using AI, vibe coding, they have to review the source code, and you have to make sure that coding you generate is actually have no problem at all because we see a lot of vulnerability. We see a lot of bug that even if we write the program, professional web program, we don't trust it. We have to write a test case. We have to review the source code. Just let peer review. That's critical. So white coding is kind of misunderstanding or just like misleading.
That's
But
a crucial aspect of the assisted
mm,
professional's approach. It's interesting to note that even with AI assistance, the necessity for thorough code review remains paramount. This aligns with the golden rule of understanding every line before committing, which is essential for maintaining the integrity and security of software.
yeah, you just taught everything I would want to talk. And then in the June, now things getting interesting. Just Microsoft smelled the opportunity. He tried to release AI in the Windows 11, and Google also smelled that trend opportunity. They released their anti-gravity. However, some enterprise leaders also believe that AI could replace all the employees, so they're starting doing the layoff, all the stuff. I would say there's a good side and a bad side, but just like it's only on 1 year. It's just like a lot of things shifting in the market. So that's why I'm making the agentic or the vibe codings quite interesting. And let me see what are remaining. Okay, so you can see that in just 1 year, November 2025. Now the vibe coding become the work of the year 2025, and people like Karpathy or like Linus also like shifting their opinion. They believe that vibe coding could be something. They tried it on it. They give it hands-on the vibe coding. Karpathy have tried it the clock code. He said to say that clock code is something like miracle. He done something he wouldn't done before. And Linus also thinking in this horrible idea, vibe coding.
That's
That's worse.
fascinating. The shift in perspective from key figures like Karpathy and Linus Torvalds really underscores the transformative impact of vibe coding. It's intriguing to see how even skeptics are now embracing it, especially with Linus using it for his audio noise project, which is a testament to its acceptance in critical coding environments.
So now in the January 2026 now, Nihilus Toughest he tried it vibe coding on the Python, visualize something that people just start saying that, oh, he also used doing vibe coding. We are over. The vibe coding will take over all the programmer. is a really true future, and the powerful of the cloud code, and Karpathy can see that, and now all people who worship Karpathy now rushing into the cloud code, now doing, I don't know, it just makes things really interesting. I would just always don't want to do something like mm, I don't want to worship any leaders because I got my opinions, and I would say everyone' opinions is critical. So, okay, I think just wrap up here. I have written my conclusion say that vibe coding didn't replace developer. It gave us
That's an interesting take on how
superpower.
individual opinions shape the adoption of
Mm.
new technologies like cloud code. It's fascinating to see how personal beliefs can influence the tech community's direction, especially with tools that are still evolving.
Okay, so I am a web coder, a web coding. You can see this screen buddy I built up here. She is a live 2D model, which is my assistant to do a presentation. I found this really, really useful because my speaking is really bad, and she helped me to just refine my speaking. It made things very interesting. So it gave me superpower to build something I wouldn't build before, and even the schedule, but it in the future, so you can rapidly develop a prototype. And yeah, that's my conclusion. Which one I missed it? Yeah, the vibe coding didn't replace developer. It gave us a superpower for the specified use case. And the final takeaway, even the schedule, agree, is the future of rapid iteration. Yeah. So I missed it that now people start trying it and start.
That's a great way to wrap up. Rapid prototyping is indeed a superpower that vibe coding brings to developers, allowing them to iterate quickly and test ideas in the real world.
So that's what I want to share today. So vibe coding is really interesting to you should understand why. You should understand the program before you do vibe, not just making LLM to do everything for you, not just writing a piece of sentence to generate entire architecture. It's not possible. It's not possible. And it's fun to try. Just I would encourage you to try. If you need any help or any suggestions, leave in the comment. I will just see if I can do anything for you. Thank you.